Gary with Pilot Safety. I'm going to show you how to put in the AOPA Tampa Fly-In procedures into ForeFlight. We have the Tampa Fly-In procedure here on the left of the screen, and I have ForeFlight on my iPad here to the right. Let's put in the northern route first. You'll see Kidney Lake, 13 nautical miles on a 200 bearing to this point right here, to the chemical plant, and then inbound. If you're coming in from the south, you start at Lake Parrish. So what we need to do is we need to put in 4 custom waypoints. Kidney Lake, this point right here, the chemical plant, and Lake Parrish, so no matter what direction we're coming from, we can put it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start right here at Kidney Lake, over on ForeFlight, and I'm going to touch where the middle of the lake. I'm not actually going to touch at the waypoint, but I'm going to touch right here in the middle of the lake and hold. ForeFlight will pop up with this custom location. I'm going to touch More. Then I'm going to touch Save. And I'm going to name it Kidney. And touch Save. Okay? Now let's come down and let's do this chemical plant right here. So if we move this up a little bit, just drag this up with my friend. See where it says chemical plant? And it's that dot right there. Let's make that a custom waypoint. Same thing. I'm just going to touch right here. The location comes up. I'm going to touch More. Save. I'm going to name it Chemical. Save. Okay. Now, how do I get this Kidney Lake? How do I come up with this custom waypoint right here? Well, there's an easy way to do it, and there's a little more difficult but a more accurate way of doing it. If you look here from the dot, it just goes to the first little burble. So it's from here to this first little burble. If you want to make sure that's correct, you can actually use the ruler function in ForeFlight. So if I put a finger here and a finger here, and I pinch in just a little bit, and I put a finger on Kidney Lake and this first little burble at the same time, you'll get a ruler. I'm going to put the ruler in the middle of the Kidney Lake, and then I'm just going to stretch it out till it's 13 miles on a 200 heading, and look, see where it lines up? It's the exact same place on the map. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to touch right there. So I'm going to touch right there, and same thing, More. Save, and I'm going to name that Entry. Save. Now, if I want to go ahead and add the next waypoint, which is Lake Parrish down at the bottom, I can. Just zoom in right here. You can see that's Lake Parrish. So again, touch in the middle. Touch More, touch Save, and I'll name it Lake P. Save. Now I'm going to create a flight plan coming from the south and coming from the north. Let's start out with coming from the north. So here's Tampa Knight Airport. There's Kidney Lake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch Flight Plan. I can type in here, or I can just type in the route. I prefer just typing in the route, so I'm going to touch my cursor right there, and I'm just going to put in the waypoints I saved. Kidney, Entry, Chemical, KTPF. Save it. I can close my flight plan if I want to. And notice this looks exactly like that. If I open up my flight plan, I can save it as a favorite just by touching here. And I'm going to name it AOPA North Entry. Going to hit save. I can clear it by hitting clear all. I can exit out here as well. And then I can do the same thing from the south. Lake P, whoop, mistyped it there, Lake P, entry, chemical, KTPF, search. You'll notice if I move it over a little bit, that looks correct. Okay, and what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to save it as a favorite by touching the star. I'm going to put AOPA South Entry. Save. Now, no matter where I'm coming from, I can use these flight plans. For instance, let's come from Kissimmee and use the north entry. And you'll notice it's KISM. Well, all I have to do is touch the favorites button, scroll up, find AOPA North Entry, touch it, touch kidney, insert before, KISM, and there's my VFR flight plan into AOPA. Remember, ForeFlight is absolutely one of the best programs out there for the iPad. It's my personal favorite, but it's an aid to navigation. You can't rely on it in VFR. This is an aid to navigation, but that's how easy it is to use a great program like ForeFlight along with coming into a wonderful day of fun at AOPA. Hope you've enjoyed it. And again, this is Gary with pilotsafety.org.